Beatrice called Quick Fix Appliances when her washing machine started making grinding noises during the spin cycle. The technician Dorian arrived promptly and inspected the machine with professional confidence. "This is a common problem with this model," he assured her, pointing to various components. "The transmission is failing, but we can replace it today." Beatrice was relieved to find someone who could diagnose the issue so quickly. Dorian quoted $800 for the transmission replacement, explaining that the part was expensive but necessary. "Without this repair, the machine will completely break down within days," he warned seriously. Beatrice authorized the work, grateful to avoid shopping for a new washer. Dorian worked for several hours, making impressive mechanical noises and occasionally calling for additional parts. He showed her old-looking components that he claimed were the failed transmission parts. The washing machine seemed to work normally after his repair, and Beatrice paid the full amount. Problems began the next week when the same grinding noise returned, even louder than before. When Beatrice called Quick Fix, Dorian claimed the noise was from a different component that also needed replacement. "Sometimes these old machines have multiple failing parts," he explained. "We can fix this new problem for another $600. Beatrice became suspicious and called a second repair company for a diagnostic opinion. The honest technician revealed that her washing machine had never needed a transmission replacement. The grinding noise was caused by a loose belt that could be tightened in 5 minutes. Dorian had simply loosened other components to create new problems while charging for unnecessary work. Quick Fix Appliances had targeted homeowners who were unfamiliar with appliance mechanics. Beatrice's simple belt adjustment became an $800 scam that damaged her machine further. She learned to get second opinions and research common appliance problems before authorizing expensive repairs. Marcus hired Techno-Fix Solutions when his refrigerator stopped cooling properly during a summer heatwave. The technician Serafina arrived with impressive diagnostic equipment and a professional appearance. "Your compressor is overheating due to refrigerant leaks," she diagnosed confidently. "This is a serious problem that requires immediate attention to prevent food spoilage." Marcus was worried about losing his groceries and appreciated her urgent response. Serafina quoted $1,200 for compressor replacement and refrigerant recharging. "This repair will extend your refrigerator's life for another decade," she promised. "Without it, you'll need a complete replacement within days." Marcus authorized the expensive repair to protect his food and avoid buying a new refrigerator. Serafina worked for most of the day, using various tools and explaining the complex nature of refrigeration systems. She showed him dirty-looking components that she claimed were the failed parts. The refrigerator seemed to cool normally after her work, though it made some new humming noises. Marcus paid the full amount, relieved that his food was safe. Problems emerged a week later when the refrigerator stopped cooling entirely and began leaking water. When Marcus called Techno-Fix, Serafina claimed the new problems were unrelated to her previous work. "Sometimes old appliances develop multiple issues," she explained. "This leak is from the water line, which wasn't part of our original repair." Marcus demanded a refund and called his appliance manufacturer for advice. The manufacturer's technician revealed that the refrigerator had only needed a simple coil cleaning, not compressor replacement. Serafina had damaged the water line during her unnecessary work and installed used parts instead of new ones. Techno-Fix Solutions had systematically overcharged for simple maintenance while creating additional problems. Marcus's minor cooling issue became a major repair disaster requiring appliance replacement. The professional appearance had masked deliberate fraud and property damage. Delphine contacted HomeGuard Services when her dishwasher began leaving spots on dishes and making unusual noises. The service representative Octavius scheduled an immediate appointment and arrived with a full toolkit. "These symptoms indicate serious internal damage," he told her seriously after a brief inspection. "The wash pump is failing and the heating element needs replacement." Delphine was concerned about the cost, but wanted her dishwasher working properly for upcoming dinner parties. Octavius quoted $900 for the complete repair, explaining that quality parts were expensive. "This repair comes with a 1-year warranty," he assured her. "Your dishwasher will work like new." Delphine felt confident about the warranty and authorized the work. Octavius spent several hours disassembling the dishwasher and replacing various components. He explained each step and showed her the allegedly damaged parts he was removing. The dishwasher ran a test cycle successfully, producing clean dishes without spots or unusual noises. Delphine was pleased with the results and paid the full repair cost. Problems began 2 weeks later when the dishwasher started flooding the kitchen during wash cycles. When Delphine called HomeGuard about the warranty, Octavius claimed the flooding was caused by her plumbing, not his repair work. "Our warranty covers the parts we replaced, not your house's plumbing issues," he explained dismissively. "You'll need a plumber for this water problem." Delphine hired an independent appliance technician who discovered that her dishwasher had never needed major repairs. The spots were from hard water deposits that could be resolved with proper detergent and rinse aid. Octavius had deliberately damaged the door seals to create the flooding problem after collecting payment. HomeGuard services had targeted homeowners who were unfamiliar with basic dishwasher maintenance. The professional warranty had been meaningless since the company created new problems to void coverage. Delphine's simple maintenance issue became a kitchen flooding disaster requiring professional restoration. Quincy called reliable repairs when his dryer stopped heating and clothes remained damp after full cycles. The technician Phoenix arrived punctually and began testing various components with electronic equipment. "Your heating element is completely burned out," she diagnosed after thorough testing. "This is dangerous because it could cause electrical fires if not repaired immediately." Quincy was alarmed about the safety implications and wanted the problem fixed right away. Phoenix quoted $700 for heating element replacement and safety inspections. "We also need to check your electrical connections to prevent future hazards," she explained. "Safety is our top priority." Quincy appreciated her concern for his family's well-being and authorized the emergency repair. Phoenix worked diligently for several hours, occasionally reporting additional safety concerns she discovered. She showed him burn-looking wires that she claimed were fire hazards requiring immediate replacement. The dryer heated properly after her repairs, producing warm, dry clothes as expected. Quincy felt relieved about the safety improvements and paid for the complete service. Problems emerged when his electricity bill doubled the following month despite no changes in usage. When Quincy investigated, he discovered that the dryer was drawing excessive power and running much longer than necessary. Phoenix had installed an incorrect heating element that was inefficient and potentially dangerous. The safety improvements were actually electrical modifications that violated local building codes. Reliable repairs had targeted safety-conscious homeowners with false fire hazard claims. The burned wires Phoenix had shown him were actually new wires she had deliberately damaged with a lighter. An honest electrician revealed that Quincy's original problem was a clogged dryer vent, not a faulty heating element. The simple vent cleaning would have cost $50 instead of $700. Phoenix had created real electrical hazards while claiming to prevent them. Quincy's safety concerns became actual dangers that required expensive correction by licensed electricians. Minerva contacted Express Appliance when her oven stopped heating properly before a large family gathering. The technician Balthazar arrived quickly and diagnosed the problem with apparent expertise. "Your oven's control board is malfunctioning," he explained confidently. "These electronic components fail frequently in older ovens." Minerva was stressed about cooking for 20 family members and needed a quick solution. Balthazar quoted $600 for control board replacement, promising same-day completion. "This repair will make your oven more reliable than when it was new," he assured her. "Modern control boards are much better than the original equipment." Minerva felt relieved about the timing and authorized the expensive repair. Balthazar worked efficiently, installing what appeared to be a sophisticated electronic component. He tested the oven thoroughly and demonstrated that it was heating properly and maintaining accurate temperatures. The repair seemed successful, and Minerva paid the full amount before her family arrived. Problems emerged during the dinner preparation when the oven began overheating and burning food. The temperature control was completely erratic, ruining multiple dishes for the family gathering. When Minerva called Express Appliance, Balthazar claimed the problems were caused by her cooking techniques. "These modern control boards are more sensitive than old ones," he explained. "You need to adjust your cooking methods." Minerva's dinner party became a disaster with burned food and disappointed family members. An independent technician later revealed that her oven had never needed a control board replacement. The heating problem was caused by a dirty temperature sensor that required simple cleaning. Balthazar had installed a used control board that was already failing when he sold it as new. Express Appliance had targeted customers facing time pressure, who couldn't wait for proper diagnosis. The same-day repair promise had masked quick fixes with inappropriate parts. Minerva's family gathering was ruined by fraudulent repair work that created worse problems than the original issue. Bartholomew hired TechSmart Solutions when his smart washing machine displayed error codes and refused to start cycles. The technician Cordelia arrived with sophisticated diagnostic computers and immediately connected to the machine's electronics. These smart appliances require specialized software updates and component replacements, she explained technically. Your machine's computer system is corrupted and needs complete reprogramming. Bartholomew was impressed by her technical knowledge and expensive diagnostic equipment. Cordelia quoted $800 for software updates, sensor replacements, and system recalibration. Smart appliances are like computers, she explained. They need regular maintenance and updates to function properly. Bartholomew felt confident about her expertise and authorized the technical repair work. Cordelia worked for several hours, connecting various cables and running diagnostic programs on her computer. She showed him complex error messages and technical readings that seemed to confirm the serious problems. The washing machine operated normally after her work, completing cycles without error messages. Bartholomew was pleased with the technical service and paid for the complete system update. Problems began when the washing machine started displaying new error codes within days of the repair. When Bartholomew called TechSmart, Cordelia claimed the new errors were unrelated to her previous work. Smart appliances sometimes develop multiple issues, she explained. These new codes indicate different problems that require additional service. Bartholomew became suspicious and researched his washing machine's error codes online. He discovered that his original error codes simply indicated that the machine's door wasn't properly closed. The complex computer problems were resolved by ensuring the door was completely shut and latched. Cordelia had deliberately changed software settings to create new error codes after collecting payment. TechSmart Solutions had targeted owners of smart appliances who were intimidated by technology. The sophisticated diagnostic equipment was mostly for show, with actual repairs consisting of simple setting changes. Bartholomew's door latch issue became an expensive technology scam that created additional problems. Peregrine called Allfix Appliances when his garbage disposal stopped working and began making grinding noises. The technician Evangeline arrived with professional tools and immediately identified the problem. Your disposal's motor is seized from grinding inappropriate materials, she diagnosed. The entire unit needs replacement because the motor can't be repaired. Peregrine was concerned about the cost but needed his kitchen sink functional for daily cooking. Evangeline quoted $500 for disposal replacement, explaining that quality units were expensive. This new disposal will handle anything you put down it, she promised. It's much more powerful than your old unit. Peregrine felt confident about the upgrade and authorized the replacement work. Evangeline worked efficiently, removing the old disposal and installing what appeared to be a premium replacement unit. She demonstrated the new disposal's power and quieter operation compared to the original. The installation seemed professional, and Peregrine paid for the complete service. Problems emerged when the new disposal began leaking under the sink, causing water damage to cabinet contents. When Peregrine called Allfix about the leak, Evangeline claimed it was caused by his old plumbing connections. Sometimes old plumbing can't handle new, more powerful disposals, she explained. You'll need a plumber to upgrade your connections. Peregrine hired a plumber who discovered that the disposal installation was improper and used incorrect fittings. The new disposal was actually a refurbished unit that was older and less powerful than his original. Evangeline had deliberately used wrong-sized fittings to create the leak after collecting payment. Allfix Appliances had targeted homeowners who were unfamiliar with plumbing and disposal installation. The professional installation had masked deliberate sabotage and used equipment fraud. Peregrine's simple disposal repair became expensive water damage requiring cabinet replacement and proper disposal installation. Vivian contacted Quick Service Pros when her microwave stopped heating food properly and made sparking noises. The technician Lysander arrived promptly and immediately expressed concern about the safety implications. Microwave sparking indicates dangerous electrical problems, he warned seriously. This could cause fires or electrocution if not repaired immediately. Vivian was frightened by the safety concerns and wanted the problem resolved right away. Lysander quoted $400 for magnetron replacement and electrical safety upgrades. We need to replace the magnetron and upgrade your electrical connections, he explained. Safety regulations require these improvements for older microwaves. Vivian felt relieved about the safety focus and authorized the emergency repair work. Lysander worked carefully for several hours, explaining the complex nature of microwave electronics and safety systems. He showed her burn-looking components that he claimed were creating the dangerous sparking. The microwave heated food properly after his repairs without any sparking or unusual noises. Vivian was grateful for the safety improvements and paid for the complete electrical service. Problems emerged when the microwave stopped working entirely just days after the expensive repair. When Vivian called quick service, Lysander claimed the failure was caused by power surges in her home's electrical system. Sometimes old house wiring can damage sensitive electronics, he explained. You need an electrician to upgrade your electrical panel. Vivian hired an independent appliance technician who discovered that her microwave had only needed simple cleaning. The sparking was caused by food debris on the interior walls, not dangerous electrical problems. Lysander had actually damaged the magnetron during his unnecessary repair work. Quick service pros had targeted safety-conscious customers with false electrical hazard claims. The burned components he had shown were actually parts he had deliberately damaged with electrical tools. Vivian's simple cleaning issue became expensive appliance destruction disguised as safety repair. Thaddeus hired expert electronics when his smart refrigerator's touchscreen display stopped responding to commands. The technician Serenity arrived with advanced diagnostic equipment and immediately began testing the electronic systems. Smart refrigerator displays require specialized computer repairs, she explained technically. Your touchscreen processor is corrupted and needs complete replacement. Thaddeus was concerned about losing the smart features he had paid extra to obtain. Serenity quoted $900 for processor replacement and software reinstallation. These smart appliance computers are like smartphones, she explained. They need professional repair when they malfunction. Thaddeus felt confident about her technical expertise and authorized the electronic repair work. Serenity worked for most of the day, connecting various cables and running computer diagnostic programs. She showed him error messages and technical readouts that seemed to confirm the processor problems. The touchscreen functioned normally after her work, responding to commands and displaying information correctly. Thaddeus was pleased with the technical service and paid for the complete computer repair. Problems emerged when the touchscreen began displaying incorrect temperature readings and false alerts. When Thaddeus called expert electronics, Serenity claimed the new problems were caused by software conflicts. Smart appliances sometimes have compatibility issues after major repairs, she explained. We can resolve this with additional software updates for $300. Thaddeus became suspicious and researched his refrigerator model online. He discovered that touchscreen problems were commonly resolved by unplugging the refrigerator for 30 seconds to reset the system. The complex computer problems were fixed by a simple power reset that cost nothing. Serenity had installed outdated software that created the false alerts and incorrect readings. Expert Electronics had targeted owners of expensive smart appliances who were intimidated by technology. The advanced diagnostic equipment was mostly for show, with repairs consisting of software changes that created new problems. Thaddeus's simple reset issue became expensive electronic fraud that compromised his refrigerator's smart functions. Genevieve called home helper services when her stand mixer stopped working during holiday baking preparations. The technician Maximilian arrived quickly and diagnosed the problem with apparent expertise. Your mixer's motor is burned out from heavy holiday use, he explained sympathetically. These kitchen mixers aren't designed for extended baking sessions. Genevieve was disappointed about the timing but needed her mixer for Christmas cookie production. Maximilian quoted $300 for motor replacement, explaining that quality motors were expensive. This repair will make your mixer more powerful than the original, he promised. You'll be able to handle any baking project. Genevieve felt confident about the improvement and authorized the motor replacement work. Maximilian worked efficiently, disassembling the mixer and installing what appeared to be an upgraded motor component. He tested the mixer thoroughly with heavy dough to demonstrate the improved power and performance. The repair seemed successful, and Genevieve paid for the motor upgrade service. Problems emerged during cookie production when the mixer began smoking and stopped working entirely. When Genevieve called Home Helper about the failure, Maximilian claimed the problems were caused by overuse. Even new motors can overheat if you don't follow proper usage guidelines, he explained. You need to give mixers rest periods between batches. Genevieve's holiday baking was ruined, forcing her to mix everything by hand for family gatherings. An independent repair technician revealed that her mixer had never needed motor replacement. The original problem was caused by flour buildup that could be resolved with simple cleaning. Maximilian had installed a weaker used motor that couldn't handle normal mixing tasks. Home Helper Services had targeted customers facing holiday deadlines who needed quick solutions. The motor upgrade promise had mass installation of inferior used parts. Genevieve's simple cleaning issue became appliance destruction that ruined her holiday preparations. Augustus hired tech-fix masters when his smart television began displaying pixelated images and losing signal frequently. The technician Penelope arrived with impressive diagnostic equipment and immediately began testing various components. Smart TVs have complex circuit boards that fail frequently, she diagnosed confidently. Your main processor board is corrupted and needs complete replacement. Augustus was concerned about the cost, but didn't want to replace his expensive television. Penelope quoted $700 for circuit board replacement and system upgrades. This repair will make your TV faster and more reliable than when it was new, she promised. Modern circuit boards are much better than original equipment. Augustus felt confident about the technological improvement and authorized the electronic repair work. Penelope worked for several hours, removing panels and installing what appeared to be sophisticated electronic components. She demonstrated the improved picture quality and faster response times after her repairs. The television functioned normally after her work, displaying clear images without signal problems. Augustus was pleased with the performance improvement and paid for the complete circuit board service. Problems emerged when the television began turning itself on and off randomly throughout the day. When Augustus called TechFix, Penelope claimed the problems were caused by smart home interference. Modern TVs are sensitive to wireless signals from other smart devices, she explained. You need to upgrade your home network for compatibility. Augustus became suspicious and researched his television model's common problems online. He discovered that pixelated images were usually caused by loose cable connections, not circuit board failures. The complex electronic problems were resolved by properly connecting the cable box to the television. Penelope had created the random power cycling by installing incompatible circuit board software. TechFix masters had targeted owners of expensive smart TVs who were intimidated by technology. The sophisticated diagnostic equipment was mostly for show, with repairs consisting of unnecessary parts replacement. Augustus's simple cable connection issue became expensive electronic fraud that created new operational problems. Isadora contacted Repair Right Solutions when her clothes dryer began taking multiple cycles to dry normal loads. The technician Horatio arrived promptly and began testing the dryer's performance with professional equipment. Your dryer's heating efficiency is severely degraded, he diagnosed seriously. The heating element and thermostat both need replacement for proper operation. Isadora was frustrated with the long drying times and wanted her laundry routine restored to normal. Horatio quoted $600 for heating system replacement and efficiency improvements. This repair will cut your drying times in half while reducing energy costs, he promised. You'll save money on electricity bills. Isadora felt confident about the energy savings and authorized the heating system repair work. Horatio worked diligently for several hours, replacing various components and testing the heating performance. He demonstrated faster drying times and explained how the improvements would reduce her energy consumption. The dryer completed loads much faster after his repairs, seemingly confirming the efficiency improvements. Isadora was pleased with the performance improvement and paid for the complete heating system service. Problems emerged when her electricity bill increased dramatically despite the promised energy savings. When Isadora called Repair Right about the higher bills, Horatio claimed the increases were caused by other appliances. Sometimes improved dryer efficiency reveals problems with other electrical devices, he explained. You might need electrical system upgrades. Isadora hired an independent technician who discovered that her dryer vent was completely blocked with lint. The slow drying times were caused by poor airflow, not heating element problems. Horatio had installed an oversized heating element that consumed more electricity while creating potential fire hazards. Repair Right Solutions had targeted customers experiencing common maintenance issues with expensive repair solutions. The efficiency improvements had masked installation of inappropriate parts that increased energy consumption. Isadora's simple vent cleaning issue became expensive electrical waste that compromised dryer safety. Cordelia hired Service Star technicians when her ice maker stopped producing ice and made unusual grinding noises. The technician Bartholomew arrived with professional tools and immediately identified multiple problems. Ice makers are complex systems with many failure points, he explained technically. Your water pump, ice mold, and control system all need replacement. Cordelia was surprised by the extensive problems, but trusted his professional diagnosis. Bartholomew quoted $800 for complete ice maker rebuilding and system upgrades. This repair is essentially installing a new ice maker inside your existing refrigerator, he explained. It will be more reliable than the original equipment. Cordelia felt confident about the comprehensive solution and authorized the ice maker rebuilding work. Bartholomew worked for most of the day, removing components and installing what appeared to be upgraded ice maker parts. He demonstrated the improved ice production and explained the enhanced reliability features. The ice maker functioned normally after his work, producing clear ice without unusual noises. Cordelia was pleased with the professional service and paid for the complete ice maker reconstruction. Problems emerged when the ice maker began leaking water inside the freezer compartment. When Cordelia called Service Star about the leak, Bartholomew claimed it was caused by refrigerator settling. Sometimes major repairs require adjustment periods for proper sealing, he explained. This leak will stop once everything settles into place. The leak continued for weeks, creating ice buildup that prevented freezer door closure. An independent appliance technician revealed that her ice maker had only needed simple defrosting and cleaning. The grinding noises were caused by ice buildup that could be resolved with defrosting and water filter replacement. Bartholomew had damaged the water lines during his unnecessary rebuilding work. Service Star technicians had targeted customers with complex-sounding diagnoses for simple maintenance issues. The comprehensive rebuilding had masked installation of used parts and deliberate damage to create ongoing problems. Cordelia's simple maintenance issue became expensive water damage that required freezer repair. Lysander called Fix-It Fast Services when his air conditioning unit stopped cooling during a summer heat wave. The technician Delphine arrived quickly and began testing the system with impressive diagnostic equipment. Your compressor is failing due to refrigerant contamination, she diagnosed urgently. This requires immediate replacement to prevent complete system failure. Lysander was concerned about his family's comfort during the extreme heat and wanted quick resolution. Delphine quoted $1,500 for compressor replacement and system cleaning. Without this repair, your entire AC system will fail within days, she warned. Emergency replacement during peak summer would cost much more. Lysander felt pressured by the timing and authorized the emergency compressor replacement work. Delphine worked throughout the hot day, using various tools and explaining the complex nature of AC repair. She showed him dirty-looking components that she claimed were causing the system contamination. The air conditioning cooled normally after her work, providing relief from the oppressive heat. Lysander was grateful for the emergency service and paid for the complete compressor replacement. Problems emerged when the AC unit began making loud vibrating noises and cycling on and off frequently. When Lysander called Fix-It Fast about the new problems, Delphine claimed they were caused by electrical issues. Sometimes new compressors reveal problems with electrical connections, she explained. You need an electrician to upgrade your electrical service. Lysander hired an independent HVAC technician who discovered that his AC had only needed refrigerant recharging. The cooling problem was caused by a small refrigerant leak that could be repaired for $200. Delphine had installed a used compressor that was already failing when she sold it as new. Fix-It Fast Services had targeted customers during emergency situations when they were desperate for quick solutions. The urgency pressure had masked installation of inappropriate used parts. Lysander's simple refrigerant issue became expensive equipment failure that compromised his cooling system. Araminta contacted Home Repair Heroes when her dishwasher began leaving white film on dishes and glassware. The technician Phoenix arrived punctually and immediately diagnosed serious mechanical problems. Your dishwasher's wash pump and rinse system are both failing, he explained technically. These white deposits indicate internal component breakdown. Araminta was concerned about the hygiene implications and wanted her dishes properly cleaned. Phoenix quoted $700 for pump replacement and rinse system rebuilding. This repair will make your dishes cleaner than they've ever been, he promised. You'll never have spotting or film problems again. Araminta felt confident about the cleaning improvement and authorized the pump and rinse system work. Phoenix worked efficiently for several hours, replacing various components and testing the washing performance. He demonstrated the improved cleaning action and explained how the new parts would prevent future spotting. The dishwasher cleaned dishes normally after his work, leaving glassware clear without white film. Araminta was pleased with the cleaning improvement and paid for the complete pump and rinse service. Problems emerged when the dishwasher began flooding the kitchen during wash cycles. When Araminta called home repair about the flooding, Phoenix claimed it was caused by house plumbing issues. Sometimes improved water pressure from new pumps reveals plumbing problems, he explained. You need a plumber to upgrade your drain connections. Araminta hired an independent appliance technician who discovered that her dishwasher had only needed rinse aid and proper detergent. The white film was caused by hard water deposits and incorrect detergent usage, not mechanical failure. Phoenix had damaged the door seals during his unnecessary pump work. Home repair heroes had targeted customers with common maintenance issues who were unfamiliar with dishwasher care. The technical diagnosis had masked simple detergent and rinse aid solutions. Araminta's water spot issue became expensive flooding damage that required kitchen restoration. Maximilian hired QuickTech Solutions when his smart thermostat began displaying error messages and failing to control temperature. The technician Ophelia arrived with advanced diagnostic computers and immediately connected to the thermostat systems. Smart thermostats require specialized programming and sensor calibration, she explained technically. Your system's software is corrupted and needs complete reinstallation. Maximilian was frustrated with the temperature control problems and wanted his home comfort restored. Ophelia quoted $500 for software reinstallation and sensor replacement. Smart thermostats are like computers, she explained. They need professional maintenance and updates to function properly. Maximilian felt confident about her technical expertise and authorized the smart thermostat repair work. Ophelia worked for several hours, connecting cables and running diagnostic programs on her computer equipment. She showed him error messages and technical readings that seemed to confirm the software problems. The thermostat functioned normally after her work, controlling temperature and displaying information correctly. Maximilian was pleased with the technical service and paid for the complete software and sensor work. Problems emerged when the thermostat began turning the heat on during hot weather and cooling during cold spells. When Maximilian called QuickTech about the reversed operation, Ophelia claimed it was caused by installation conflicts. Sometimes smart thermostats have compatibility issues with older HVAC systems, she explained. We can resolve this with additional programming for $200. Maximilian became suspicious and researched his thermostat model's troubleshooting guide online. He discovered that error messages were commonly resolved by replacing the thermostat's batteries. The complex software problems were fixed by installing fresh batteries in the thermostat. Ophelia had deliberately programmed incorrect temperature settings that reversed the heating and cooling functions. QuickTech Solutions had targeted owners of smart home devices who were intimidated by technology. The advanced diagnostic equipment was mostly for show, with repairs consisting of setting changes that created new problems. Maximilian's simple battery replacement became expensive programming fraud that compromised his home comfort. Ophelia called all service experts when her garbage disposal began making loud grinding noises and refusing to operate normally. The technician Balthazar arrived with professional tools and immediately expressed concern about the mechanical problems. Garbage disposals can cease completely if these grinding problems aren't addressed immediately, he warned. Your disposal needs complete motor replacement and safety upgrades. Ophelia was worried about kitchen functionality and wanted the disposal working properly for daily use. Balthazar quoted $600 for motor replacement and electrical safety improvements. This repair will give you a disposal that's more powerful and safer than your original unit, he promised. Safety regulations require these electrical upgrades for older disposals. Ophelia felt confident about the safety focus and authorized the motor replacement and upgrade work. Balthazar worked efficiently for several hours, installing what appeared to be upgraded motor and electrical components. He demonstrated the improved power and quieter operation compared to the original disposal. The installation seemed professional, and Ophelia paid for the complete motor and safety service. Problems emerged when the disposal began tripping circuit breakers and causing power outages throughout the kitchen. When Ophelia called all service about the electrical problems, Balthazar claimed they were caused by her house wiring. Sometimes new, more powerful disposals reveal problems with old electrical systems, he explained. You need an electrician to upgrade your kitchen circuits. Ophelia hired an independent appliance technician who discovered that her disposal had only needed simple jam clearing. The grinding noises were caused by silverware stuck in the disposal, not motor failure. Balthazar had installed incorrect electrical connections that created dangerous power overloads. All service experts had targeted homeowners who were unfamiliar with basic disposal maintenance. The safety upgrade promise had masked installation of inappropriate electrical components. Ophelia's simple jam clearing became expensive electrical hazards that required professional correction. Balthazar contacted Service Pro technicians when his convection oven stopped circulating air and began cooking unevenly. The technician Serenity arrived promptly and diagnosed complex mechanical problems with the convection system. Convection ovens have sophisticated fan and heating systems that require specialized repair, she explained technically. Your circulation fan motor and heating elements both need replacement. Balthazar was concerned about his cooking quality and wanted the convection features working properly. Serenity quoted $800 for fan motor replacement and heating element upgrades. This repair will make your oven cook more evenly than when it was new, she promised. Modern components are much more efficient than original equipment. Balthazar felt confident about the cooking improvement and authorized the convection system repair work. Serenity worked for most of the day, removing panels and installing what appeared to be upgraded fan and heating components. She demonstrated the improved air circulation and even cooking performance after her repairs. The oven cooked normally after her work, circulating air and heating evenly throughout the cooking chamber. Balthazar was pleased with the performance improvement and paid for the complete convection system service. Problems emerged when the oven began overheating and setting off smoke alarms during normal cooking. When Balthazar called Service Pro about the overheating, Serenity claimed it was caused by user error. Modern convection systems are more efficient and require different cooking techniques, she explained. You need to adjust your cooking times and temperatures. Balthazar's cooking became dangerous, with food burning and smoke filling his kitchen during normal operation. An independent appliance technician revealed that his oven had only needed simple cleaning and filter replacement. The uneven cooking was caused by grease buildup that blocked air circulation, not mechanical failure. Serenity had installed an oversized heating element that created dangerous overheating conditions. Service Pro technicians had targeted customers with maintenance issues who were unfamiliar with convection oven care. The efficiency improvements had masked installation of inappropriate parts that created safety hazards. Balthazar's simple cleaning issue became dangerous overheating that compromised cooking safety. Serenity hired TechMaster's repair when her smart washing machine displayed complex error codes and refused to start any wash cycles. The technician Ignatius arrived with sophisticated diagnostic equipment and immediately began analyzing the electronic systems. Smart washing machines have complex computer systems that require specialized programming, he explained technically. Your machine's main processor is corrupted and needs complete software reinstallation. Serenity was frustrated with the laundry disruption and wanted her smart features working properly. Ignatius quoted $900 for processor replacement and software programming. Smart appliances are like smartphones, he explained. They need professional repair when their computers malfunction. Serenity felt confident about his technical expertise and authorized the processor and software repair work. Ignatius worked for most of the day, connecting various cables and running computer diagnostic programs. He showed her error messages and technical readouts that seemed to confirm the processor problems. The washing machine functioned normally after his work, completing cycles and responding to smart home commands. Serenity was pleased with the technical service and paid for the complete processor and programming work. Problems emerged when the washing machine began adding incorrect amounts of detergent and fabric softener. When Serenity called TechMasters about the dispensing problems, Ignatius claimed they were caused by smart home conflicts. Sometimes smart appliances have compatibility issues after major software updates, he explained. We can resolve this with additional programming for $400. Serenity became suspicious and consulted her washing machine's user manual for troubleshooting guidance. She discovered that error codes were commonly resolved by cleaning the machine's filters and sensors. The complex computer problems were fixed by running a cleaning cycle with machine cleaner. Ignatius had deliberately programmed incorrect dispensing settings that wasted detergent and fabric softener. Techmaster's repair had targeted owners of expensive smart appliances who were intimidated by technology. The sophisticated diagnostic equipment was mostly for show, with repairs consisting of setting changes that created new problems. Serenity's simple filter cleaning became expensive programming fraud that compromised her washing machine's smart functions. Wilhelmina contacted Fix-Right Solutions when her electric range's oven stopped heating while the stovetop continued working normally. The technician Cassius arrived promptly and began testing various electrical components with professional equipment. Electric ranges have separate heating systems for ovens and stovetops, he explained technically. Your oven's heating elements and control circuits have failed completely. Wilhelmina was concerned about her cooking capabilities and wanted the oven restored for daily meal preparation. Cassius quoted $700 for heating element replacement and control circuit repairs. This repair will make your oven heat more evenly and efficiently than the original design, he promised. Modern elements are much better than factory equipment. Wilhelmina felt confident about the heating improvement and authorized the element and circuit repair work. Cassius worked efficiently for several hours, replacing various components and testing the heating performance. He demonstrated improved heating times and explained how the new elements would provide better cooking results. The oven heated normally after his work, reaching proper temperatures for baking and roasting. Wilhelmina was pleased with the performance improvement and paid for the complete heating system service. Problems emerged when the oven began short-circuiting and tripping the kitchen's electrical breakers. When Wilhelmina called Fix-Right about the electrical problems, Cassius claimed they were caused by her home's wiring. Sometimes new, more efficient heating elements reveal problems with old electrical systems, he explained. You need an electrician to upgrade your kitchen circuits. Wilhelmina hired an independent appliance technician who discovered that her oven had only needed a simple fuse replacement. The heating problem was caused by a blown thermal fuse that could be replaced for $15. Cassius had installed heating elements with incorrect voltage ratings that overloaded the electrical system. Fix-Right Solutions had targeted customers with simple electrical issues who were unfamiliar with appliance fuses. The efficiency improvements had masked installation of inappropriate electrical components. Wilhelmina's simple fuse replacement became expensive electrical hazards that required professional correction. Zephyr hired Elite Repair Services when his coffee maker stopped brewing and displayed pump error messages. The technician Cordelia arrived with impressive diagnostic tools and immediately identified complex mechanical problems. Coffee makers have sophisticated pump and heating systems that require specialized repair, she explained professionally. Your brewing pump and heating element both need replacement for proper operation. Zephyr was dependent on his morning coffee routine and wanted the machine working reliably. Cordelia quoted $400 for pump replacement and heating system upgrades. This repair will make your coffee taste better while brewing faster than the original machine, she promised. Professional-grade components will last much longer. Zephyr felt confident about the coffee quality improvement and authorized the pump and heating repair work. Cordelia worked diligently for several hours, replacing various components and testing the brewing performance. She demonstrated improved brewing speed and explained how the upgrades would enhance coffee flavor extraction. The coffee maker brewed normally after her work, producing hot coffee without error messages. Zephyr was pleased with the brewing improvement and paid for the complete pump and heating service. Problems emerged when the coffee maker began leaking water from multiple locations during brewing cycles. When Zephyr called Elite Repair about the leaking, Cordelia claimed it was caused by water pressure fluctuations. Sometimes new pumps are more sensitive to water pressure variations, she explained. You might need water pressure regulators for consistent operation. Zephyr's kitchen counter became constantly wet, damaging wood surfaces and requiring daily cleanup. An independent appliance technician revealed that his coffee maker had only needed descaling and cleaning. The pump errors were caused by mineral buildup that could be resolved with descaling solution. Cordelia had damaged multiple seals during her unnecessary pump replacement work. Elite Repair Services had targeted coffee enthusiasts who were willing to pay premium prices for quality improvements. The professional-grade component promises had masked installation of inappropriate parts that created leaking problems. Zephyr's simple descaling issue became expensive water damage that destroyed his kitchen counter. Octavius contacted repairmaster technicians when his chest freezer stopped maintaining proper temperatures and began thawing frozen food. The technician Evangeline arrived quickly and diagnosed serious refrigeration system problems. Chest freezers have complex cooling systems that fail in multiple ways, she explained seriously. Your compressor, condenser, and thermostat all need replacement to prevent food spoilage. Octavius was worried about losing his frozen food investment and wanted reliable temperature control restored. Evangeline quoted $1,200 for complete refrigeration system replacement and upgrades. This repair is essentially installing new refrigeration equipment in your existing freezer, she explained. It will be more efficient and reliable than the original system. Octavius felt confident about the comprehensive solution and authorized the refrigeration system replacement work. Evangeline worked for most of the day, replacing major components and testing the cooling performance thoroughly. She demonstrated improved temperature stability and explained how the new system would prevent future food spoilage. The chest freezer maintained proper temperatures after her work, keeping food frozen without thawing cycles. Octavius was pleased with the temperature reliability and paid for the complete refrigeration system service. Problems emerged when the freezer began consuming excessive electricity and running constantly without cycling off. When Octavius called repairmaster about the energy consumption, Evangeline claimed it was caused by ambient temperature conditions. Sometimes new, more powerful refrigeration systems need adjustment periods for optimal efficiency, she explained. Energy usage will decrease once the system stabilizes. Octavius's electricity bill tripled despite the promised efficiency improvements. An independent appliance technician revealed that his chest freezer had only needed defrosting and thermostat adjustment. The temperature problems were caused by ice buildup that blocked air circulation around the thermostat. Evangeline had installed an oversized compressor that consumed excessive energy while creating potential mechanical problems. Repairmaster technicians had targeted customers facing food spoilage concerns who needed urgent solutions. The comprehensive replacement had massed installation of inappropriate components that increased energy consumption. Octavius's simple defrosting issue became expensive energy waste that compromised freezer efficiency. Cornelius hired Service Elite pros when his gas range's oven stopped lighting and left food undercooked despite proper temperature settings. The technician Minerva arrived with professional gas testing equipment and immediately identified dangerous problems. Gas appliances require specialized safety inspections and component replacement, she explained seriously. Your oven's gas valve and ignition system have failed, creating potential safety hazards. Cornelius was concerned about gas safety and wanted professional resolution of the ignition problems. Minerva quoted $800 for gas valve replacement and complete ignition system rebuilding. Gas appliance repairs require specialized training and safety certifications, she explained. This repair will make your oven safer and more reliable than when it was new. Cornelius felt confident about the safety focus and authorized the gas valve and ignition repair work. Minerva worked carefully for several hours, replacing various components and testing the gas safety systems thoroughly. She demonstrated proper ignition and explained how the new components would prevent future safety concerns. The oven lit properly after her work, heating to correct temperatures without ignition delays. Cornelius was pleased with the safety improvements and paid for the complete gas system service. Problems emerged when the oven began producing yellow flames and creating soot deposits on cookware. When Cornelius called Service Elite about the flame problems, Minerva claimed they were caused by gas pressure variations. Sometimes new gas valves are more sensitive to utility company pressure fluctuations, she explained. You might need pressure regulators for optimal combustion. Cornelius's cooking became dangerous, with yellow flames indicating incomplete combustion and potential carbon monoxide production. An independent gas technician revealed that his oven had only needed simple burner cleaning and air adjustment. The ignition problems were caused by grease buildup that blocked gas flow to the ignition system. Minerva had installed an incorrect gas valve that created improper air-to-gas ratios for safe combustion. Service Elite pros had targeted customers with gas safety concerns who were willing to pay premium prices for professional service. The safety certification claims had massed installation of inappropriate gas components. Cornelius's simple cleaning issue became dangerous combustion problems that required immediate professional correction. Thank you for joining me tonight on Drowsy Tales Daily. And may these stories guide you into peaceful sleep with renewed